Hey everyone, Coy Ridge Ranch on another tractor video. You can see she's running. So in the previous video, I was having issues with the bucket going up and down. Figured out the issue. She was low on oil. So if you have a 85 Belarus 420, here's the oil it recommends. I'll also put a picture from the owner's manual. I had to use this oil pan drain to fill it because it's in a weird spot and it overfills really quick. Tried using funnels, didn't work. But I'll show you how quick the bucket goes up. That's where it stopped the last time. So you can see how much higher that goes up. Before I couldn't even get it up past the grill. But another issue I see now is you can see the arms of it are bowed to the left, so I need to straighten that out. If you have any ideas the best way to do it, I'd love to hear it. I'm just hoping it doesn't hit my exhaust on the way back down. For a second I was real worried. I thought that was hydraulic fluid coming out, just water in the old arms. I know I do have a leaky piston somewheres. I don't know which, I think it's this bottom one down here, but you can tell them arms haven't been lifted probably in a while. The amount of water in them. But I do need to get these straightened up because that's going to suck if it rips my exhaust off. But I'm hoping to either space the pins at the back, because the arms in general look straight on themselves. It's not like they're bowed in or bent. So I'm thinking if I maybe space them out a bit more, they could have a lot of play in them, because you can see the previous owners, the amount of slack. Like I put my whole finger in there, so I'm thinking if I ungrind these, pop that out, space them, it should bring it over just enough that I won't have that issue. And I also put this the top piece in, bored out the holes for the speakers. I just have to make a bracket to actually mount the plywood to the roof, get that done, and then finish running the wires. See, I haven't ran any of the big electrical yet, but we'll do that next. Alright, my next fun project on the tractor today is running the wire for these tail lights. So I have to run it around the fenders through a hole, across the back of the cab, bring that end over to that, splice it, and then run it up the cab to the top where I'm going to tie it into these penny lights, these red ones up here. So they'll be tied into that. But I gotta run all these wires so then I can get them all tied together and spliced properly while it's out of the cab, because it's a bit of a nightmare to be working inside of the fender. So we'll get started on seeing how much wire I need, cutting it, and then we'll take it in the shed and splice it all together. Alright, so I got all the wiring done. Here's all the clump of wiring. So what I did is each one I did these connections, so next year when I go to paint the cab I can just disconnect all the wiring through it all. And I also labeled it, so this is the front marker lights, and then they tie into the battery as well right here. So different connections, so I made sure everything was labeled, so next year when I go take it apart, or even now when I go to put it in, I know. These are driver side lights, so these are the side lights. These must be passenger side lights. This long one here is driver tail lights. So these ones, you can see there's no ground wire. The reason for it is because on these lights themselves they have the ground right there, so I can use that for the screw. So all I have to do is run power. And the black wire is actually a low beam, or because this is a brake light, so that would be your normal driving light, and then this would be your brake light. I decided to make it just bright all the time, so we have that done. This is the tail light connection to go from passenger side, connect to the driver side, then run up to the top of the cab. This mess here is the backup lights. So it's a split, and then this great big wiring here is for the top marker lights. There's a bunch of ends here because I decided to keep all the penny lights individual instead of shrinking together and only having one connector on each side. And then I'm also going to tie in the tail lights to these marker lights. So once I hit a switch, everything will just turn on together. Same as the front marker lights, they'll be tied in all together as well. So now it's time to get all that wiring put up in the cab. I still have to make the mounts for that piece of plywood, but once I do that, then I'll run all the wiring up, and then we can start finishing everything up. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with all the wiring I had to do on this thing, but you can see we got the box in. I had to take the speakers. They worked, but they were crackling, so I took them out. You can see I got it all wire loomed at the back. I still got to finish running the backup cam. Get the CB in there. I also put the front light. It's on. I don't think it looks too bad. I kept the middle for the a forward camera so I could see the bucket a bit better, and these ones kind of showing off to the side. Still probably going to trim this. I'm thinking right about here in line with the door, but it works out good. The thing actually helps with the antenna, so in case something hits it, hits that bar first. And then when you come in the cab, you can see I also have the for start like jumper starting it, and I also have the toggle. So the toggle strictly runs all the accessories up top. And then working our way around, we got the backup cam, backup lights, tail lights. I also put a ammo cam with some tools in here. And look inside, you can see we have the radio, all the switches, the CB, and I'm going to put the backup camera just above the wire loom there. So I'll turn on the power. You can see the radio and everything starts. So we got driving lights. These are backup lights, left, right light. This is the dome light, and then here is the marker light. So you can see backup lights are on. For some reason that penny light's not working, but I'll fix that. The tail lights, side, the front. Now that one's not working either. I'll have to take a look at that. Could be just a wire came loose, but we'll get that fixed as well. So just got a few more lights to fix. Off that front one and that penny light, and then I'm going to be working on probably the door. Probably doing the passenger side first, just because I won't be climbing in and out of it. So I'm just going to make it a permanent like fixtured. I'm not going to have it actually open. So I'm thinking, like I said before, I'll probably cut that, bring this straight down, follow that piece of steel here, come down, and I'm not sure where I'm going to tie in. I think I'm going to have to tie into the floor and this bolt, and then bring it up and then fill it in with some sheet metal. I also have to adjust the emergency brake. It was working, but I think it needs some more adjustment. Get that working. Now that the hydraulics are working too, it's just nitpicking small stuff, but I'd like to really get the doors done before winter, and then put the new seat in too, because this new seat, you sit so high up, that's hard to get in. You can see the space between the steering wheel and the seat. I can just fit my hand under it, so it's extremely hard to get in. So I'm hoping this new seat will be a bit lower, and then makes it easier to get in and out. So that's it for now. Follow up probably another week or two. I'll have another video. I'll be trying to get this door and everything else situated, so hopefully I'll have an update on that soon. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.